Children, it is a fifth model question paper of multiple choice questions given by Office of the DDPI Kolar. Now let us solve this question paper. The first question. The pair of linear equations x plus 2y minus 4 equals 0 and 2x plus 2y minus 12 equals 0 is a. Here, naturally consistent pair, inconsistent pair, dependent pair, none of the above. Now let us find the ratio a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. And here you can verify a1 by a2 is 1 by 2 and b1 by b2 is 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2. Again here minus 4 by minus 12 is 3 by 2. So you will get a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 but not equals to c1 by c2. In that case, here you can get the inconsistent pair. Here let us verify once again. A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, A1 by B2, 1 by 2 and B1 by B2, 2 by 4 which is also equals to 1 by 2. C1 by C2, minus 4 by minus 12, minus 4 by minus 12 which is equals to 1 by 3. You know that here you got these two are equal, this is not equal. So you got that a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 which is not equals to c1 by c2. So they are inconsistent pair of linear equations. The lines obtained by them are parallel lines and they are not having solution, no solution for them. So which is the answer? Option B, inconsistent pair. So note down the answer. Inconsistent pair means they are not having solution and they are parallel lines. Then you take the second question. In a graph representing the pair of linear equations, if the lines intersect each other, then equation have, here they intersect each other. They are the intersecting lines means exactly one solution. Option C is the answer. Unique solution, exactly one solution. Now you take the third question. The solution of the equation x plus y equals 4 and x minus y equals 2 is. Here x plus y equals 4, x minus y equals 2. Here you first put the value x equals 3 and y equals 1. So you get it by using trial and error method or use any method to solve it. So let us verify here 3 and 1. Know that 3 plus 1, 4. 3 minus 1, 2. So this first one only satisfies the pair of linear equation. Therefore, which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. So note down which is the answer. Option A is the answer. X equals 3, y equals 1. Now you take the fourth question. If the pair of linear equations 2x minus 3y equals 8, 2 into k minus 4 into x minus ky equals k plus 3 are inconsistent, then the value of k is, here the pair of linear equations are inconsistent. Inconsistent means they are not having solution. They are not having solution. Here what you have to find out? We have to find the value of k. And if the pair of linear equations are inconsistent, you know the ratio a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 which is not equals to c1 by c2. Now here a1 is 2 and a2 is 2 into k minus 4 equals b1 is minus 3 by b2 is minus k. Then now let us solve k here. Do the cross multiplication. It becomes minus 2k into minus 3 into 2 is 6. 6k minus 6k plus 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24. You got here minus 6k plus 24. You bring this 6k to the LHS, it becomes minus 2k plus 6k which is equals to 24.
Then 6 minus 2 is 4k equals 24. Then you got k equals 24 by k. So 4 1s are 4 6. So you got k equals 2. Here directly I have taken, because the product of these two, that is 3 2s are 6 and 6k, you will get here. So it is minus 6k, and 2 4s are 8, 8 3s are 24. Here minus into minus plus you will get. Here you must know the knowledge of the sign while adding, subtracting and multiplying. Here you got the answer k equals 6, that is option B is the answer. Note down option B. Then you take the next question. If 2x26, if 2x26 are in AP, then the value of x is, here x is the average of 2 and 26. So add that 2 and 26 and divide that by sum by 2, then you will get the value of the x. So here x is the arithmetic mean of this 2 and 26. So the middle term is the average of the first and the second. So here x equals what? 2 plus 26 is 28 by 2, which is equals to 14. So then what is the answer here? Option A is the answer. 14 you got. So option A is the answer. Then you take the sixth question. What is that sixth question? The common difference of the arithmetic progression 3, 1, minus 1, minus 3 is 3, 1, minus 1, minus 3 is common difference, means directly you can have a2 minus a1, that is 1 minus 3, which is equals to minus 2. It is said that it is AP. AP means to find the common difference, you can subtract the first term from the second term. So 1 minus 3, which is equals to minus 2. So what is the answer? Here option B is the answer. Minus 2. Option B is the answer. Then you take the seventh question. The nth term of arithmetic progression is an equals 5n plus 3. Then its third term is, here an is given, we have to find the a3. In the place of n we have to take 3 for third term. So here a3 equals 5 into 3 plus 3. That is 15 plus 3, which is equals to 18. So what is the answer here? Option B is the answer. 18. Option B is the answer. Then you take the question number 8. What is that question? The sum of the first 10 natural number is. The sum of the first 10 natural number, you know, it is 55. Many times you got that answer, but you know the method here. N into n plus 1 by 2. 10 into 10 plus 1 by 2. So 2 1s are 2 5s are 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 5s are 55. So this answer is 55. Then you take the ninth question. The sum of 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 so on to 10 terms. Here you observe all these are odd numbers. You can use the formula S equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d by 2, or otherwise you know that they are the odd numbers. So you know that the sum of first 10 odd number is equals to n square. Here it is 10 square, which is equals to 100. So directly you can use the relation that sum of first n odd natural number is equals to n square. Sum of first 10 odd natural number, it is, see what they are, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, these are the odd natural numbers. So how many odd natural numbers? 10 odd natural numbers. So it is n square means 10 square. So you will get 100. So option C is the answer. Note down. Then you take the 10th question. Choose the correct option. 9 secant square a minus 9 tan square a. You know the answer, it is 9. how will you get 9? You know that secant square a minus tan square a is 1. It becomes 9 into secant square a minus tan square a. If 9 is removed as a common, it is removed outside as a common, and you know that secant square a is equals to 1 plus tan square a. So in the place of secant square you got 1 plus tan square a, that becomes 9 into 1 plus tan square a minus tan square a. So these two cancels. So you will get 9 into 1, which is equals to 9 only. Then what is the answer? Option D. It is a textbook question and you must know the answer. And also you know that secant square is equals to 1 plus tan square a, and this secant square a minus tan square is equals to 1. 9 into 1 is 9. Directly you will get the answer if you know the identity. Then you take the 11th question. The value of sin 30 degree plus cos 30 degree, 60 degrees. Value of sin 30 degree plus cos 60 degree. What is the value of sin 30? Sin 30 is 1 by 2. Cos 60 is also 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, 1. That is half plus half. So what is the answer here? Option A. Option A is the answer. You must know the value of sin 30 degree, cos 60 degree. Otherwise you can't recognize the answer. Then you take the 12th question. The value of sin 18 degree by cos 72 degree. You know that here these two are equal. So you will get the answer which is equals to 1. But how will you get? You know that they are the complementary of each other. 18 plus 72 degree is 90 degree. So you can convert any one ratio in the same angle. Sin 18 degree means it is 90 degree minus 72 degree, and again you write this as it is. And sin 90 degree minus 72 degree is nothing but cos 72 degree by cos 72 degree, which is equals to 1. Here if you know the nature of the complementary angles and their trigonometric ratio, you can make out the answer very easily and quickly. So here what is the answer? Answer is option B. Option B, 1. Then you take the next question, 13th question. A tower stands vertically on the ground at a point on the ground 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. Then the height of the tower is. Here figure is given and it is 60 degree. Use the trigonometric ratio opposite side by adjacent side. So you will get tan 60 degree equals opposite side AB by BC, adjacent side BC, that is 15. What is the value of tan 60 degree? You must know the value, that is root 3. So it is 15 root 3. Do the cross multiplication. 15 comes here. 15 root 3 is equals to AB. AB is equals to what? 15 root 3. What is the answer here? Option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Here you must know that tan theta is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. Next you take the 14th question. The nature of the roots of equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 depends on the value of. Nature of the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 depends on, the discriminant part, discriminant b square minus 4ac. Option B is the answer. Next you take 15th question. The value of the discriminant of the quadratic equation x square plus 3x minus 5 equals 0 is. Here find the discriminant part. B square minus 4ac, b is 3, it is 3 square, minus 4 into a is 1, c is minus 5. Then you will get 9, 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20, plus 20. So you will get 29. So what is the answer here? Option C is the answer. 29. You got the answer 29. That is the option C. Option C is the answer. Note it down. Then you take the 16th question. What is 16th question? The sum of the squares of two consecutive odd numbers is 290. This statement is expressed in the form of an equation. The statement is expressed in the form of an equation. Two consecutive odd number means you have to take x and x plus 2 because the difference between the two consecutive odd number is 2. Also, the difference between the consecutive even number is 2. Here, the consecutive odd numbers. So, sum of the squares. So, x and x plus 2 are the consecutive odd numbers. Sum of their squares means x square plus x plus 2 whole square equals 290. So, here which is the answer? Option B is the answer. Here you will get the answer x square plus x plus 2 whole square equals 290. That is option B. Now you take the 17th question. If one root of the quadratic equation 3x minus 2 into 2x plus 1 equals 0 is 2 by 3, then the other root is. Here you will get 3x minus 2 equals 0, then x equals 2 by 3. Other one is, if you compare this, 2x plus 1 equals 0, you will get 2x equals minus 1, x equals minus 1 by 2. X equals minus 1 by 2. So, which is the answer here? Option C. Option C is the answer. Here it is already given 2 by 3 means you will get 2 by 3 from this factor, and from this factor you will get minus 1 by 2. So, option C is the answer, minus 1 by 2. Then you take the next question. Question number 18. The coordinates of the midpoint of the line joining the points A 2, 3 and B 4, 5 is. So, here directly you can do x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So, x1 y1, x2 y2. So, x1 plus x2 by 2 means 2 plus 4, 6, 6 by 2, 3, and 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 by 2, 4. So, option A is the answer, 3, 4. You got 3, 4. So, option A is the answer. Then you take the 19th question. The distance of point P68 from the origin is. P68 point from the origin. Again, you have to use the square root of 6 square plus 8 square. You know that here if you consider these are x and y, square root of x square plus y square, that is equals to square root of 6 square plus 8 square, and also it is equals to 36 plus 64 equals 100, which is equals to 10, and also you know the Pythagorean triplet, that also you can use here. So you take the option C. Then you take the 20th question. In the two similar triangles, if the corresponding sides are in the ratio 4:9, then the areas of these triangles are in the ratio. Here, ratio of the corresponding sides of the similar triangles are given, and the ratio of their areas, we have to take the squares of their corresponding sides. It is 16:81. So, option B is the answer, 16:81. Then you take the question number 21. The distance between the points P of 4, 3 and the y-axis here. It is already discussed that distance of the point from the y-axis means here we have to take the x coordinate. What is that? That is 4 units. So, which is the answer here? Option A is the answer. Option A is the answer. Then you take the next question. Question number 22. In triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC, if AD equals 2.4 cm, BD equals 4.8 cm and AE equals 2.1 cm, then C equals. Here either we have to use the Thales theorem or the corresponding sides of the similar triangles. Here what is given? DE is parallel to BC. What is to be find out? EC is to be find out. So you can use Thales theorem here, because as we have to find out EC. So you write EC by AE equals DB by AD. Here if you take AE by EC, here we have to take AD by DB, but here we have to find out CE. So it is better to take CE by AE equals DB by AD, that is CE by AE is 21 equals DB is 4.8 and AD is 2.4. So 2.1s are 2.2s are 4.8. So CE equals, here what you are going to get, 21 2s are. Here you will get, this is 2.1, this is 2.1, 2.1 2s are 4.2. 2.1 2s are 4.2. So what is the answer here? Option C is the answer. Note down, option C is the answer. Then you take the next question. Which of the following statement is always not true? Here what are the options? All circles are similar, all rectangles are similar, all squares are similar, all equilateral triangles are similar. Here you know that all circles are similar, all squares are similar, all equilateral triangles are similar, but all rectangles are not always similar. So which is always not true. Sometime you may get, if the ratio of the corresponding sides are proportional, then you can say, but here it is not always. So option C is always not true. So you take, the answer is option C. Next you take the question number 24. ABC and BD are two equilateral triangles such that D and E are the midpoints of BC and AB respectively. Then the ratio of the area of triangle ABC to triangle EBD is. Here what is given? ABC and BD are two equilateral triangles, and as they are equilateral triangles, you know that all angles are here 60 degrees. So they are the equiangular triangles. And also it is given that D and E are the midpoints of BC and AB. So the ratio of the area of ABC to EBD is, here you know that, here midpoint means you can have AB is equals to 2B. Here E is a midpoint. AB is equals to 2B. So area of the triangle ABC by area of the triangle EBD. Triangle ABC by triangle EBD equals, you can take AB square by EB square or BE square. Then AB is 2BE whole square by BE square, that becomes 4BE square by BE square. BE square cancels, so you will get 4 by 1. So what is the ratio here? Ratio is 4:1. Ratio is 4:1. So option C is the answer. Option C is the answer. Note down the answer, option C. Then you take the next question. Question number 25. The edge of cube is 5 cm. Then its total surface area is. You must know the formula to find the total surface area of the cube of side A. Here that is 6A square. What is the formula to find the total surface area of the cube? If the edge is A, that is 6A square. So here 6 into A square means nothing but 6 into 5 square. 6 into 25. 25 6 is 150. Then what is the answer? Option D is the answer. 150 cm square. Option D is the answer. Then you take the question number 26. The formula used to find the volume of the frustum of a cone is. The formula used to find the volume of the frustum of cone. What is that formula? 1 by 3 into 5h into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into, therefore you take option C is the answer. Next you take the question number 27. The total surface area of a solid hemisphere of radius of 7 cm is. Here total surface area of hemisphere. Hemisphere is having base, so its TS is equals to 3 pi r square. 3 pi r square, which is equals to 3 into 22 by 7 into r square means 7 into 7. So it cancels. Then you will get 66. 3 into 22 is 66 into 7. 7 6 are 42. 7 6 are 42 plus 4. 46. 462 cm square. What is the answer? Option C is the answer. Note down. Option C is the answer. Then you take the question number 28. If the area of base of a right circular cylinder is 38.5 cm square and its height is 6 cm, then the volume of the cylinder is. Here what is given? Area of base of right circular cylinder is given and height is given. You know the formula to find the volume of the cylinder, that is 5r square h. Here 5r square is nothing but the area of the base, that is directly given. So you can have 38.5 into h is 6. Here 5r square is nothing but the area of the base of this right circular cylinder. Then you find the product of 38.5 into 6. 6 5s are 30 and 6 8s are 48 plus 3, 51, and 6 3s are 18 plus 5, 23. So you got 231 cm cube. The volume of the cylinder is 231 cm cube. So which is the answer? Option A is the answer. Note down the answer, option A. Then you take the question number 29. What is the question? If the surface area of sphere is 150 cm square, then its radius is. Then what is the formula to find the surface area of the sphere? You know that it is 4 pi r square. That is equals to how much? 154 cm square. You take 154. Then that is 4 into 22 by 7 into r square equals 154. Then r square equals, you take 154. You transfer this. It comes, 7 comes to the numerator, that divided by 4 into 20. And also you know that 11 2s are 11, 1s are 11, 4 is remaining, 11 4s are. And also 2 1s are 2 7s are. You will get 7 into 7 by 4. Then r equals what? Root 7 into 7 by 4. And here 7 by 2. Square root of 4 is 2. And square root of 7 into 7 is 7. 7 by 2. Then 7 by 2 is nothing but, that is 3.5. 7 by 2 is 3.5. So what is the answer? D, option D, 3.5, which is equals to 7 by 2. Then you take the 30th question. Here, if the side of a square is 12 cm, then the length of its diagonal is. It is better draw the rough sketch of the square. Then what is given here? Side is given. We have to find the length of the diagonal. So what is the length of the side? 12. So it is 12. It is 12 because in square all 4 sides are equal. Then here we have to find out this. So let us consider this is x. Then you know that x square equals 12 square plus 12 square, where x is a diagonal. Then x square equals 12 square is 144 plus 144, that is x square equals square root of 288. So x equals what? Square root of 288, which is equals to, you can convert that into square number into some other number, 144 into 2. Then what is the square root of 144? That is 12 root 2. So then what is the answer? Option C is the answer. 12 root 2 centimeter. Next, let us take the question number 31. In triangle ABC, angle ABC equals 90 degree, AB equals 3 centimeter, BC equals 4 centimeter, then AC is, here it is a right angle triangle, means two sides are given, AB and BC, and angle between them is 90 degree. So if you use the Pythagorean triplet, here A3, 4, AC is the diagonal because it is a side opposite to the right angle, which is the hypotenuse. So if you use the Pythagorean triplet, directly you can write the answer. What is that? AC is of 5 centimeter. Or otherwise use the Pythagoras theorem. AC square equals AB square plus BC square. That is square root of 3 square plus square root of 4 square, which is equals to 9 plus 16. Square root of 9 plus 16, which is equals to square root of 25. That is equals to. So you note down option A is the answer. Then you take the question number 32. What is that question? The midpoint of the class interval 10-15 is. Midpoint can be found out by adding these two and dividing that sum by 2. That is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. That is 10 plus 15 by 2. 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 by 2 is equals to 12.5. Then what is the answer here? Option D. Here you got the answer, option D, 12.5. You must know the method of finding the midpoint of the class interval, which is also called class mark. That is also called class mark. Class mark is nothing but the midpoint. And how will you get the midpoint or class mark? Adding these two, and you will get that sum, and that sum is to be divided by 2. That is the average of these two. You will get the midpoint or the class mark. Next, you take the question number 33. The median of the scores 5, 8, 14, 16, 19, 20 is. To get the median, the scores must be arranged in any order, in ascending or descending order. So here, first you check whether they are in order or not. 5 is there, 8, 14, 16, 19, 20. Yes, they are in the ascending order. And how many scores are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here there are 6 scores. 6 scores means you will get 2 middle scores. You will get 2 middle scores. Which are the 2 middle scores? Here you divide two numbers, and middle you will get 14 plus 16. You take the average of that 2, add them and divide that sum by 2. 14 plus 16 equals 30. Divide by 2, that is equals to 15. Then what is the answer? Answer is B, 13. B, not 30. B is 15. Answer is 15. The option B, 15 is the correct answer. Next, you take the question number 34. The empirical relationship between the three measures of central tendency is. You must know that relation. Directly you can recognize the answer. That is 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. So note it down. Option A, 3 median equals mode plus 2 mean. Next you take the question number 35. The number of tangents that can be drawn to a given circle from an external point P. Again this question is repeated. This question is repeated many times. So how many tangents can be drawn to a circle from an external point? From the external point you can draw maximum 2 tangents. Then you take question number 36. In the figure O is the center of circle AB, AC and PQ are the tangents. If AB equals 7 cm, then the perimeter of the triangle APQ is. Here the perimeter of the triangle is equals to the double of the length of the tangent. That is AB plus AQ plus PQ, you will get 2AB or 2AC. You must know that relation. Here AB is 7 means the perimeter becomes 14 cm. And how is it double? Know that here if you consider this is x, then it is also x, this is y, this is also y. And you consider this is a, this is b. Then perimeter means what? A plus b plus x plus y. A plus b plus x plus y. Then here you know that a plus x, b plus y. A plus x is what? AB. B plus y is what? AC. You know that AB plus AC means AB is equals to AC. So you can take 2AB or 2AC. So here 2AB means 2 into 7 centimeter, that is 14 centimeter. That is option A is the answer. So here keenly observe the figure. Two tangents will be there, and here one more tangent will be there with P as a external point and Q as a external point. And keep in your mind that in that case the perimeter of the triangle is equals to the length, double of the length of the tangents drawn from the external point. Here double of AB or double of AC, as these two parts are equal. So option A is the answer. Then you take the next question, question number 37. In the figure, P and PB are the tangents, OA and OB are the radii. If angle AOB equals 120 degree, then angle APB equals. Here which angle is given? Angle AOB is given, that is how much? 120 degree. Again here to get this angle, subtract 120 degree by 180 degree, you will get 60 degrees. So then what is the answer? Answer is option A. Option A is the answer. Question number 37. Option A is the answer. Next you take the question number 38. The distance between the two parallel tangents of a circle of radius 3.5 centimeter. Directly you can say that is the double of the radius, that is equals to the diameter, length of the diameter. Consider here, rough sketch, this is the center, and consider this is the diameter. The distance between the two parallel tangents of a circle of radius. Parallel tangents will be always like this way. They are perpendicular to the radii, and here this is 90, this is 90, and it is only possible at the ends of the diameter. So that is equals to the double of the radius, 3.5 into 2, that is 7 centimeter. Also indirectly it is the length of the diameter. So then what is the option? Option B is the answer, 7 centimeter. Note down the answer. Question number 38. The answer for the question is option B, 7 centimeter. Then you take the question number 39. In the figure, OP is the radius, PA is the tangent. If angle OAP equals 30 degree, then angle AOP equals. Here you note down what is the measurement of this angle, that is 90 degree, and OAP is given, that is 30 degree. Here you use the angle sum property of the triangle, and this must be equals to 90 minus 30 degree, because this is 90 means sum of these two angles must be equals to 90 degree. So what is the measurement of this angle? It must be 60 degree, because sum of three angles of the triangle is equals to 180 degree. It is already 90. So the sum of these two angles must be equals to 90 degree. One angle is 30 degree means it is 90 minus 30, which is equals to 60 degree. So you take option A is the answer. Next question you take question number 40. Pythagorean triplet among the following. Again here this question says the need of knowing the Pythagorean triplet, set of Pythagorean triplet. You know that 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is a Pythagorean triplet. And therefore, easily you can make out 3, 4, 5. Pythagorean triplet among the following is 3, 4, 5. These are not Pythagorean triplet.